We've already seen the trigger warning. How much family affection is too much by Danielle? I don't know what I'm getting myself into. It was recommended. We're gonna see man-made horrors beyond our comprehension, and that's what it's gonna be. You see the content warning. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. I appreciate it more than ever. Here we go. I am assuming that there will be definitely not winces, but some form of it for sure.
Hello, my fellow concerned friends, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for showing up and supporting me weekly. It means a lot to me, and it is so very much appreciated. And if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for giving me a chance. I hope that you stick around, and I hope you find some sort of sense of community here with our fellow concerned friends. And if you heeded the trigger warning of this video, then you know that this is going to be a very concerning video and a very concerning topic. At this point,
All right, boys and girls. Here we go. We're gonna hear some diabolical shit right now. I'm definitely gonna see family fun here. Without the fun. But you know what?
I think everybody has seen or heard of the viral video that is going around right now on TikTok about the dad and son blanket video.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's that one? Microbangs, interesting. That's not good. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good.
I was not going to address this so soon because I wanted to see what would come out of this, but at this point I think I have seen enough and it is just laying really heavy on my heart and I really want to talk about it. I've
seen people talk about this on TikTok. Apparently the mom came home and the dad and the son were under the blanket and we know exactly what was going on. I haven't seen the OG TikTok, you know, I can't be there. This is horrible. Oh no, now I know what she's talking about. This is family fun.
I have another video planned for today. It was going to be a more lighthearted, not serious or concerning video, actually like a give us like a breath of fresh air kind of video, but unfortunately that video is going to have to wait. I have been tagged in this so many times. Okay, and if you have no idea what I am talking about, congratulations. And if you don't want to know what I'm talking about, I suggest going ahead and clicking off now. If you've
the Romans did indescribable damage to young boys.
Been on TikTok at all in the past week, you may have seen creators posting videos talking about having seen people talk about a dad-son blanket video and thinking to themselves, it can't be that bad. People are being way too dramatic. Oh my gosh, family can't show family affection anymore because people see everything as too deep. And then they go and look at the video themselves and come back shell-shocked, not even believing what they just saw. And I got those videos too. And being in the line of work that I am in, I had to go see for myself what was going on because nobody was being very clear about what was going on.
Hey! I'm sorry, you guys are... Hey! I'm sorry.
Well, never mind. Well, gay incest. That is, well. Oh well. Want to see it again? Want to see it a third time? I'll give it to you a third time.
Hey! I'm sorry, you guys are grown adults.
I'm trying to look at his phone.
Huh?
He was over there smiling at his phone.
Oh yeah?
Nah, bro. Nah, that was not cuddling. There was no cuddling. The way he breathed, that was not cuddling. That was not cuddling. That was not cuddling.
Why you want to smile?
Huh?
You don't need to smile.
What you mean?
You an old man.
I ain't no old man. Ciao, cuz. Bonding with my son. I miss this nigga.
And all we as the viewers see is movement under this blanket. And you can hear what sounds like the dad saying something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, just like that," or "Oh yeah, take it."
I better take that. I better take that.
And that's when we hear the mother interrupt. And it's
Fucking diabolical. Fucking diabolical. Shoot them both. Is the son underage? Then not. But if they're both grown adults, fucking diabolical.
essentially say, "What's going on? What are you guys doing?" And you can hear an audible pop, like a suction sound. Like if you took a lollipop in your mouth and sucked all the air out of your mouth and then pulled the lollipop out, that sound that it makes, the sound that you can make with your mouth when you put your finger in the corner of your mouth and you just pull it out. I would do it, but I'm wearing lipstick and I don't want to ruin my lipstick. You can hear an audible pop.
Hey.
Oh, you can hear it! I didn't even pay attention! You can hear it! You can hear it! You can hear it! But you can hear it! You can hear it! You can hear it pop! Oh no! I mean, it was already obvious from the head positioning and the way he was laying down. But,
And instantly, the husband whips around, "Oh, hey, we're not doing anything. And you can see him trying to like pull up his pants. It's like weird. He's not even really trying to hide that he's doing this. And the mother comes back online after this video has gone super viral in her mind for all of the wrong reasons. And she tells us exactly what happened through her perspective. So I think that we should watch that together now.
A few weeks ago, I posted a video of my husband and son wrestling around in the bed.
wrestling in the bed, huh? that was family time bedtime sparring if I've ever seen any.
We just got home from watching his championship football game, and we walked by his room and we noticed he was smiling down at his phone. So one of those smiles where you know that he's most likely smiling at a girl. So my husband jumped in the bed to try and look at his phone to see why he was smiling so big for.
Bro, you're just coping, lady. You're just coping. Your husband cheated on you with his own son. Those are words that should never be said out loud, but I just did.
In the midst of all this, I whipped out my phone because, we're content creators. I started filming them. It was funny, it was hilarious, and it was wholesome to see my son and his dad just wrestling around in the bed, even at their big old age. Total fail, because not even 1 hour later, my video was going viral, but for the wrong narrative. People started commenting on my posts, how disgusting this video is, yada yada, the most horrible and disgusting comments, and people resharing, reposting with their own narrative of false accusations. Are getting hundreds of DMs, hundreds of tags.
I've never seen this much amount of cope. I've never seen cope on this level. She knows that's not true. We know that's not true. Everyone knows that's not true. I'm sorry, but that's not true. Like, we heard the popping noise even. Like, what do you even say to that?
People threatening us, saying that they're calling the FBI, the local police, calling the football chapter that my husband coaches at.
Okay, so far what we know from what she has described is, according to her, I guess her son was laying in the bed, scrolling on his phone, and he was smiling. Okay, so that must mean he's talking to a girl. So let's jump on him and embarrass him. Okay, first of all, I don't understand why parents do that. Like, let your kids, especially your teenagers, are going to have a social life. And it's weird that you try to intervene with that unless there's like a dangerous situation, right? Like they're hanging out with the wrong crowd or they're trying to get pregnant as a teenager or something like that. Yeah, intervene then. Sure. If they are doing something really, really stupid and you think embarrassing them is going to
If that were the case, it ain't that deep, honestly. It ain't, then it ain't that deep. If that were true, it ain't that deep. Like, I think that's pretty common where like somebody's smiling like they just like had the best day of their life, right? And then you'd like tease them about it. You want to take away the phone to check what it is. It's not that deep. Even siblings do that to each other. It really ain't that deep. It really ain't that deep.
make them not do the stupid thing, sure. But like doing this whenever your kid is just simply existing and you have to disrupt that existence is so weird to me. So according to her, they see him smiling on his phone and they feel the need to disrupt his peace and joy by the dad jumping in the bed with him. And according to the mom, just in the midst of this, she starts to record and pull out her phone. But what I don't believe is that this all happened like within a 1 minute time frame. Like if what she is saying is true and her husband were walking together and walked past his room and then the husband jumped in the bed, the only thing that makes sense to me is that she continued walking on and then came back later. You saw your husband shimmying his pants up. Like, and if you were there the whole time, he wouldn't have acted shocked that you were there. If you were there the whole time watching this wrestling happen, the whole time, and you just decided to whip out your phone to record it because you were there the whole time and this is just such a cute dad and son interaction, why did your husband seem shocked to see you?
True. She's got a point here. True. She's very much got a point here. Just admit that your son is taking back shots, very likely, from his father, which is your husband. That is diabolical that I have to say this.
Standing there. Oh, hey, we're not doing anything. Like, if you were there the whole time, he would not have responded that way. So I think that you're lying. I think the only piece of truth in this is that maybe you and your husband walked past the door together, but I don't think you stood there the whole time. I think that you walked away.
The police even knocked on our door about 2 weeks ago and explained to us that they received many complaints about this video and that we need to be checked on. So they interviewed each one of our kids and asked us, where is the kid on the video? And both my husband and I started laughing, saying, you mean our adult child who is 20 years old? The police started laughing, saying the accusations were that he was a minor child. We had a good laugh with the police, sharing our thoughts and our concerns about this false narrative that's going.
At that point, your husband's sharing a lot more with than just thoughts, bro. This is cope on a level that I cannot comprehend. This is such huge cope. What are you on about? That is not the truth. The truth is that your husband and your son likely are absolute weirdos.
Going viral. They completely understood and they apologized for having to interrupt our family time and they left. All this because of a pushed narrative on a 28-second video of my husband and son, what meant to be a wholesome, quote unquote, you're never too old to still get affection from your dad, or quote unquote, boys will be boys, but dad's still checking on her phone, quote unquote, Pacific Islanders with their grown kids, to the most horrible, disgusting accusations. People have taken the time to find all of our social media, our TikTok accounts, our Instagram accounts, and our Facebook accounts.
What are you expecting them to do? This is weird as shit. Illegal, weird, it's just odd. What are you expecting to? What are you expecting would happen?
Just to comment on our post with hateful comments and messaging us with horrible, threatening accusations. I had taken down the video for one reason and one reason alone. I realized that the disgusting narrative social media was pushing, my kids and my family would be reading these disgusting and horrible threatening comments. So because I'm a mother, and I'm a mother first before anything else, I protected my family and I removed the video and blocked the people that were
Cope. Insane cope by this mother. Insane cope.
That were sending me hateful comments and reposting this horrible narrative. And I wanted to send this post today so that everyone can understand where we are going from as a Pacific Islander family. Some individuals have misunderstood or misinterpreted this interaction, but I want to clarify that as Pacific Islanders, our love and respect for our children know no bounds.
Maybe some boundaries would actually be quite good. Maybe some boundaries wouldn't be so bad. Maybe there should be some boundaries. What do you mean no known bounds? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Regardless of their age. In our culture, such as playful and affectionate behavior is a testament to the close bonds that we share, and it is rooted in a deep sense of love and care. Just as much as we love our kids, we will also protect our kids.
Here's my thing with this point. The whole cultural differences point is she is completely right here. She is. I see this is completely abstract, but the same lines as like the difference in cultures and how we as a society, especially here in America, react to different cultures and how we automatically say that is immoral, you're harming somebody just because it's a different cultural practice. One thing that I can think of right off the top of my head is breastfeeding. And now I have breastfed all of my kids, and I do extended breastfeeding, and that is something that a lot of people think is really disgusting.
Yeah, but that's more so because the standard in society has changed. I don't think breastfeeding is weird. I don't think most people think breastfeeding is weird. Maybe in public people would probably find it weird. But honestly, go back like a few decades back and nobody would bat an eye. I think this is more so modern development. Particularly by millennials and Zoomers. I wouldn't use that as an argument. Also, definitely cultural aspects are definitely harming somebody or are bad, right? For example, making snips on your children's peepees, right? Shortening their hats. That, for example, without the consent.
A lot of people think that as soon as your child has teeth, you should stop breastfeeding. A lot of people think that as soon as your child eats food, you should stop breastfeeding. As soon as your child's 1 year old, you should stop breastfeeding. When in reality, across a lot of different cultures, it is completely normal and natural to breastfeed until 4, and in some cultures, even 6, 7 years old. 6, 7. And
that was just not necessary. That was just not necessary. Breastfeeding is natural. I mean, unless a lady doing it for a TikTok clip, or you remember how people were remember the great breastfeeding meta on YouTube, where like women were posting breastfeeding tutorials, but not because they actually wanted to teach people how to breastfeed, but actually just to get them to get guys onto their OnlyFans. Yeah, that meta existed at one point, right? That was before the see-through clothes.
Yeah, I understand that we as Americans, because we sexualize the female body so much, we would automatically look at that. Even like me, who I have breastfed for over 2 years, one of my kids would look at me and say, that's really weird. That's weird. Why are you doing that? You must only be doing that for yourself. While not taking into consideration all of the other reasons why this is going on and the fact that breastfeeding is completely natural and that even most organizations suggest breastfeeding past 2 years, et cetera, et cetera. But because we have sexualized, intimate physical affection and bonding, whether it be breastfeeding or whether it be hugging or snuggling your family on the couch, we automatically will oftentimes look at these different cultural practices and condemn them and say that they are wrong. So I don't want to take this away from her culture at all.
To be fair, I think this is overall just an issue of people being less affectionate nowadays. Like, remember how people were crashing out over a military husband just coming home, right, and picking up his daughter, and people were like, ooh, the way he picked up his daughter, you can't leave this man alone with your daughter, and like other heinous comments. I'm like, bro, he just picked up his daughter. Like, it's like small, what, five, maybe 4-year-old, right? Or like, you can't, what's the word? As a father, you can't change diapers. You're not allowed to shower your child or bathe your child, right? Those things. I think that's more so, there's a different underlying problem, is that, if something happens involving a child, that's completely normal. People are just now on that trip where, like, they say, that's, like, disgusting and weird, and why are you doing that? It's like, because people aren't as affectionate anymore as they used to be to their children, right? I've seen this, like, a lot of daughters, when they're older, complain that their fathers got less affectionate over the years to them, and I'm like, yeah, that does make sense, because people react weird when the father is more affectionate with his daughter. And since when we're censoring ourselves with numbers, humanity and horror, nah, I think it's just because it's a meme. The 6-7 thing is just a meme, nothing more. It has zero meaning. Nothing. I don't think it has a meaning.
Because, yeah, in America, it's not common to like kiss your parents or to like snuggle with them and stuff. There are families that do that, of course, but like in general, if you saw a video of like an adult daughter and adult dad like snuggling on the couch and like giving each other kisses on the cheek and stuff, that would be looked at as really weird here in America. So I can understand that in different cultures that is completely normal. Like I think there's even countries in Europe, like I'm thinking of Italy, which could be a complete stereotype. Sorry, my Italian viewers, if this is just an American stereotype we've given Italian people, but like I know like in the European countries, like I think Italy, don't you guys like kiss each other on the cheek or something upon like greeting and leaving? Like there
I think that is Italy to a degree. And I think it also is the case in France. I think that doesn't happen here.
are, different physical aspects of intimacy that are not inherently sexual and wrong that we just don't see oftentimes here in America. However, I saw the video, dude. I saw it and I heard it. I heard it. If I walked past, I don't care how affectionate and loving my family is. If I walked past my child's room, I don't care if my child is an adult. I don't care. And I saw my child's head under a blanket, and I saw my husband's ass hanging out of the sheet. And upon my husband realizing I'm standing there, he acts really nervous and like, oh, I got caught. And I hear a audible pop. That is beyond the lines of a affectionate family, of a family that's really close. And maybe you guys kiss each other on the cheek saying hi and goodbye, whatever, dude. That is way beyond that. That is way beyond that. And do not gaslight me. Do not gaslight anybody who saw that video. I really hope that I'm wrong. But I know what I heard. I know what
We heard. There's no way that wasn't like that. There's no way that wasn't like that. Most certainly, there was freaky shit going on. No doubt about it. We had a pop sound. We had hips moving, first of all, right? He was also moving. He was outside of the blanket, so it doesn't even matter, because why is the sun under the blanket? Especially, it doesn't make sense. He could just, like, change to the other side. Like, if you tried to hide your phone, you would just, like, put it away, so it can't get it. Why would you do that under the blanket? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. The harsh reality is that both your son and your father, your husband, are freaks.
What I saw, and I know how affectionate other cultures can be, and I'm pretty sure across the board, any culture would tell you that it looks weird to have your son's head under.
I would. Not every culture. Not every culture. Not every culture. We do have cultures out there that absolutely do these kind of relationships. We absolutely have cultures out there that marry their cousins. Just careful. Careful what you say here.
A blanket with your ass hanging out of the same blanket. I think everybody would agree that that goes beyond just familial affection.
I should not have taken that video down, but because the world portrayed it one way and we realized social media was pushing a disgusting, horrible, and misconstrued narrative for the sake of our kids reading the comments, we took it down. Unfortunately, in today's world, parenting is different nowadays, where hugging and kissing and bonding with your children is not normal.
Again, I will give her this. She is not wrong. I'm going to validate this because I don't want my viewers or anybody watching this to think in your mind, oh, I'm not allowed to hug my parent, or that looks weird. Like, no, we should. Families should be affectionate to each other. I wish that I had growing up. Oh my God, sometimes I wonder what kind of person I would be if I got hugs and kisses by my mom, or if I got hugs and kisses by my stepdad, and my stepdad wasn't a total perv. But I wonder what kind of person I would be if I was shown healthy physical love. Because now as an adult, I love my husband to death. Oh my God, I love that man. By the way, he let me paint his nails last night and I accidentally burned him with like the gel machine. That was his first.
Poor guy. I feel like she's reading it from somewhere. The mom is definitely reading it from somewhere. The absolute truth is, right? Well, you can say whatever you want, right? Like, the dad should be the more responsible. Yes, definitely. But I'm gonna say this too. The son is not innocent. The son understands that this is wrong. That's a grown man. That's still a grown man. Sorry.
Teeth spike. So hopefully he lets me do gel nails on him again. But anyway, I struggle with showing my husband physical affection. I really do. It's really hard for me because it feels like so robotic and weird to me because I was not shown that except for being harmed, right? And so I'll give her that. Again, like, yeah, we should be affectionate with our family. That should be normal to be able to snuggle up next to your dad or snuggle up next to your mom or the whole freaking family sit on the couch and snuggle up and watch a movie. That should be normalized. This though, again, it's not the same thing. I saw it. I heard the pop. I saw your husband's booty cheek.
But it most definitely is in the Pacific Islander community. Unfortunately, in today's society, there has been a troubling tendency to misconstrue expressions of fatherly love and family closeness, often.
That was very close and far beyond just fatherly love. What the fuck are we doing? That's crazy.
Viewing them through a suspicious lens. I want to reaffirm that our love is genuine, sincere, and unconditional, grounded in the values that have been passed down through generations. We as Pacific Islanders.
If that's been going on for generations, then there's something wrong. She's for sure reading a paper. Yeah. Then something is wrong. If that's been passed down for generations, we've got a bunch of victims here.
Islanders are people who embrace joy, playfulness, and unwavering love and support for our children. We will always stand by them and express our love openly and without reservation. It is our culture to remain close and affectionate, and we refuse to allow the distorted perceptions of this modern world to tarnish the authentic expressions of family love. We remain committed to sharing content that reflects our values and clean, wholesome, and rooted in family unity. Thank you for your continued support and your understanding, and please continue to follow us for more positive and family-oriented content as we always have provided. Thank you.
It is very family oriented. I can say that. It's like Monopoly, the fun for the entire family. Yeah, that is dangerous here. That is cope. That is, I think, the greatest cope session I've seen in a while. Like, that goes down into one of the greatest copes in history. What are you on about? Look how happy she looks.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. She talks about how much they love each other and how in their culture all they care about is love and affection, and they would do anything to love their children unconditionally, give them their unconditional respect, and protect them. Okay, how am I supposed to believe that you see that situation with your husband and your son under the blanket clear as day as what it looks like when you post videos on your family channel about how much you love and protect your kids, of your small kids riding in the back of a car with no seatbelt, no car seats, nothing? She has a video where 3 of her kids are in the back seat, 2 of them are older sitting on the sides, not wearing seatbelts, of course, and she has what looks like a 5, maybe 6-year-old sitting in the center seat. You know, the one most likely to throw you out of a windshield if you were to get into a car crash? About a 5 or 6-year-old sitting there, no boosters.
Essentially, there's a chance her 5-year-old gets launched like a cannonball. Is she stupid? Crazy. Those auditions sound like the song Sweet Home Alabama. It is just crazy how delusional you can be. Like, you can talk. She's just talking out of her ass. She knows what's going on. It's probably not even the first time, chances are, that this happened.
No car seat. Not so much as a seatbelt going across his shoulder and across his lap. And yes, they are driving.
Okay, who's gonna go in the house?
Fine, bro. I have everything on the ice syrup in my hands too.
What are we getting?
Yep, no seatbelt. No seatbelts. Okay. My god, booster seats ain't that common. Or kids wearing seatbelts. But they should be wearing seatbelts.
What?
Yeah, they are driving. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that they didn't get in trouble for that, especially posting it on TikTok. And this is not the first time. I remember months ago, I saw a video of this one girl who had a little baby and was posting videos holding her baby, like baby, in the backseat of a car while driving.
You have no idea. In the US, a chick was driving, right? And somehow the passenger seat door opened and a kid just dropped out of the car mid-driving, right? She did slow down, but the kid dropped out of the car, and I was like, bro, if that kid was run over, it would have been over. Thankfully, she was immediately arrested after that one, and the child was brought into the hospital. But that's crazy.
Like lip syncing. I think she had the baby in like a carrier, but still. And did it multiple times because people were mad at her doing it. She just kept doing it. And so I don't understand why in situations like this, CPS cannot see these videos and use that as enough evidence to step in. You already have documented that you do not care about your child's safety.
You miss an important part. CPS is probably overwhelmed. Do people forget to door locks exist? They seem to do. I am assuming, so here, our version of the CPS is also completely and utterly overwhelmed. You could literally grab your toddler, slam it against the wall twice, and film it, upload it, and nobody cares here, because they are completely, utterly overwhelmed by the amount of people doing weird shit to their children. That's just the truth. They can't handle this because they don't have enough people.
Because you are literally putting them in danger by not putting them in booster seats, car seats, or using seat belts. And you're driving and also recording at the same time. How do you expect your audience to believe you when you say this is...
I think they don't really will come for like no seatbelts, right? I don't really think that is going to be the case. Like they're not gonna care. Like for them, it ain't that deep. They will probably come with like serious stuff, right? But seatbelts, nah.
Is normal. Nothing wrong is happening because we all saw it. We all saw it. We heard it. In addition to that video, she has made a couple other follow-up videos, including showing how many message requests she's getting, etc., etc. And here's how I want to end this video. Is at the end of the day, we don't know what really happened under those blankets. At the end of the day, I heard what I heard. I saw what I saw, and I have my opinions and speculations based off what I saw on that video, but also other videos that she has posted, as well as the way she's handling this situation. So please don't go out of your way to go harass her, harass this family. Like, your harassment is not going to change anything at this point. She's been harassed by hundreds of thousands of people probably. But my opinion, this is my opinion.
Well, it's not really harassment, right? Calling out somebody is not harassment. Criticizing somebody is not harassment. Harassment must be continued. I hope it is. I feel like telling somebody to go fuck themselves is not harassment. Like, calm down. Right? If it must be continued, otherwise I would never classify it. Clap under the blanket, pretty much. By the way, she has chopped hairstyle. Nah, it's fine. I feel like the front looks a bit odd, but that's besides. That's it. Also, do you hear the news that one streamer injured their dog? It's disgusting. Yeah, I know what you mean. That was another lady. The perfect girlfriend for Hassan Piker.
Opinion based off of what I've seen that she herself has posted online, okay? My opinion is I feel like something weird was definitely happening under those blankets, which is why he made that, "Oh yeah, take it" or something remark, and you could hear the audible pop sound. And I also think that she is a liar and thinks that we are stupid. Because if you really listen to the video, he talks about, oh, he was just on his phone, he was just smiling, when in
Who knows? Maybe she's not coping. Maybe she knows. And she just doesn't care. Maybe she's even involved. Who knows? Maybe this is Monopoly.
in her explanation video, she says that that's what they already saw. And that she was walking with her husband, saw her son doing that, and that's when the husband jumped in. Well, when we look at the actual video itself, it seems that she just walks in on this. He says, "Oh, hey. Oh, I was just looking at his phone." And she even says, "Huh?" But she's just laughing. Because all she wants to see, in my opinion, all she wants to see is wrestling. At the end of the day, I hope that I am dead wrong. I really hope that I'm wrong. I hope you're wrong. I hope we are all wrong and we all have to write her a handwritten letter of apology. But I'm very scared that
we're not wrong. I do not think we are wrong. It is very obvious and very clear that whatever was going on was not safe for work. That's for sure. We heard the pop. We seen the movement. Why would he be scared? Why would he, like, if it was just wrestling, why was the son under the blanket but he wasn't? Especially when his head was definitely, most certainly, turned towards his private parts. This was Sweet Home Alabama. 100%. Gay Sweet Home Alabama, even.
I am not. And if we are not, I hope that somebody in a position of power is keeping an eye on the situation to be able to step in and intervene when intervention is necessary. I hope all the children in this home are genuinely safe, and I hope that they are genuinely happy. But also my opinion is I think that she knows. I think that whatever is happening, I think she knows. But I think that she is choosing to just see it in a way that brings her peace.
Yeah, she's just coping because she doesn't want to be confronted with the reality that husband and the son are freaks.
So that she doesn't have to disrupt her life. And that's really dangerous for those children, if that is true. I also have to say that I'm really proud of the way the internet handled this too, because it wasn't just a bombardment of hatred towards this family. People took action. They saw something that was very concerning and they did something about it. They went to authorities, and now it's not our job to make sure that the authorities do things the right way. Unfortunately, we just have to trust that they will be thorough. And unfortunately, we see oftentimes that they are not. But at the end of the day, the internet did the right thing. They gave it to the authorities, and now all we can do is sit back and hope that a proper investigation is taking place and that these children are safe. And if they are not, then hopefully they will be soon. But there you go. That is the
Wait, see, because they have an older son, another old, like decently old, probably teenager age son, a little boy, and then a daughter. I am very concerned.
dad-son blanket situation and my opinion on the situation. I hope that my opinion is wrong. I hope that all of our opinions are wrong. And I hope that there is a proper investigation being done so that it can be determined that these kids are in fact safe. And if they are not, then something can be done to get these children to safety. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you're not already, go.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, basically, the conclusion is, I give this a video an Alabama out of 10. And yeah, if it is the case that something freaky was going on, obviously the father needs to go to jail. Depending on who is the culprit here, deserves to go to jail. The kids need to be brought to safety. It's just crazy. I don't think authorities are doing shit because of the thing that happened recently, the files. Probably not. The files are also crazy from what I've read so far. Some of these are the yellow parts are though speculation, so we need to take these with a grain of salt. But some of these are straight up diabolical. Anyways, yeah. Don't live in Alabama, I guess, or don't do Alabama. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.